Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
The executive and legislative branches of government joined together to approve a fiscal 2026 budget.
Also tonight, Chinese tourists on Hong Kong flights arrive back in the CNMI.
And NMC's Project PROA is under threat from the federal government.
In sports, Va'a, taken to rough waters in Japan.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on September 22nd from our studio on Capitol Hill.
It's austerity, it's everyone, and it's any day now. This afternoon, the governor's conference room was filled with members from the Senate, the House of Representatives, along with Congresswoman Kimberlyn King-Hinds and government leaders to join the governor and lieutenant governor on discussions for the CNMI's revised 2026 budget. Governor David Apatang.
When we first submitted our budget for fiscal year 2026, we submitted $179 million. But those things have changed. So now we're looking at the true picture of where we're at as far as our budget in the Commonwealth. It went down to $156 million. That's kind of shocking. So we are planning and preparing ourselves for the worst situation, worst scenario. How can we cut down a lot of issues, programs? So we're looking into austerity issues.
A week ago, the Senate was faced with approving a governor's budget already approved by the House with $179 million in it to allocate. Today, though, with an amended budget of $156 million, all systems say austerity. The governor, lieutenant governor, and congresswoman have returned from Washington with a clear message. The message from the U.S. administration is clean up your house or forfeit any form of financial relief. According to the Secretary of Finance, Tracy Narita, the original budget projections did not take into account unexpected airline flight cancellations and other shortfalls in taxable income. Congresswoman King-Hinds states that for the first quarter of 2026, reforms in government functions, including the potential merger of various departments, will be necessary to convince the new federal government that we are capable of more responsible financial stewardship. That proof may lead potentially to more federal investment in subsequent quarters. However, austerity will happen. A 64-hour biweekly work limit will be put into force in much of the federal government as early as October. The House and Senate have a monumental job of reconfiguring the allocation of municipal funds, the responsibility of acting frugally, and the burden of enacting austerity. Congresswoman Kimberlyn King-Hinds.
I am not happy that we're out there asking for a bailout, because this is what this is, right? We're asking for a bailout. I am happy that we can all come together and be honest about where we're at, because the people deserve the right to know what the true state of the finances are. People can't plan if they don't know what's going to come and what's not going to come.
We will have more on this meeting and its after effects in the coming days. Tourism from China restarted at least a bit last night with the first flight in months touching down from Hong Kong. Last night, just after 2 a.m., a group of 147 Chinese citizens landed at Saipan International. Here at the baggage area, Chinese nationals were waiting for bags to come through. Flights from Hong Kong Airlines were suspended earlier this year when the visa system for Chinese tourists suddenly stopped, and weeks went by with no explanation on the holdup. Local business leaders headed to Washington to drum up support. Chinese tourism once brought thousands of tourists to the NMI shores each month, but restrictions put in place by the Chinese government, along with the closure of Imperial Pacific Casino and overall tensions between the U.S. and China, have largely brought Chinese tourism to a halt. Local hotel officials are hoping to see that change. Last night, Customs was doing some secondary inspections on luggage brought in from China. Overall, the process appeared smooth. With tourism from Japan and Korea at record low levels, the hope from many is that tourism from China will help fill in some of the gaps. Some federally funded programs at Northern Marianas College are facing discontinuation. Programs serving the student body at NMC face the new federal government's rejection of diversity, equity, and inclusion. NMC Project Pro counselor Johnson Adelaide.
So we provide academic tutoring to students who may need it and peer-to-peer mentoring for our first-year students so that they can make transitions into college, a little bit easier on them. Most of our activities really focus on financial literacy and STEM. So we do a bunch of workshops throughout the year that focus on those two topics.
STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
We are Project PROA, but we do have a total of 2 different grants that are provided to us, which is the PROA Pathway Program. So that's the second grant. And that is more of a transfer program, I would say. So we transfer students with our partner institution, Portland State University. So we transfer about 16 to 20 students every year who will pursue STEM-related fields at PSU.
NMC President Galvin de Leon Guerrero.
There's a little bit of good news and quite a bit of bad news. The good news is that we requested an extension on our current grant, and we were given what's called a no-cost extension. So we're able to extend the life of the current grants as long as we have money. So there's no real deadline on it, but we're doing our best to get creative in how to leverage that money with other funds to ensure that our students continue to get the support that they need. The bad news is that it was announced that future grants are going to be defunded.
Who is defunding future grants?
The Department of Education is citing discriminatory actions as the reason that programs like this have to be defunded. The misconception is that programs like this discriminate against non-minorities, so it's being accused of reverse discrimination. But a lot of the funds, they go to the institution, but they help all students.
This is part of the present administration's defunding of previously enacted affirmative action programs. Welcome to 2025.
These programs are designed, overall they are called minority serving institution programs, and they're designed to help historically marginalized groups lift themselves up out of poverty and out of that cycle of poverty. Student mentor Bonnie Sagana.
I think the biggest thing is Project PROA has seen some of the most successes in terms of student growth and development. A lot of the time students come here because they have concerns and problems that they're currently facing in terms of academics or even just simple mentoring. And with us, we've tried to build our students in a way where they find self-efficacy and also autonomy in creating their own decisions and how they move through college. So if this were to leave or if this were to be gone, it would be really difficult on their students to find opportunities and also ways for them to continue education in a way where they don't feel stressed or burdened by it.
NMC federally funded student enrichment programs may be in peril, but for now, hope is not.
We're doing our best to reach out to non-governmental organizations, to philanthropic entities, to nonprofits, to figure out how we can offset these losses.
An accused vandal pleads not guilty in Superior Court this morning. In Judge Roberto Naraja's courtroom this morning, Errol Castro faces charges of assault and battery, disturbing the peace, and vandalism. In early September, an arrest warrant was issued for Mr. Castro with these charges, and on September 3rd, he was taken into custody. Today, in court, he pleads not guilty, is remanded back into custody with a status conference set for October the 23rd.
Coming up, everyone's favorite segment, Welcome to Saipan.
And a new playground for the kids at Seventh Day Adventist. More news, good news, next.
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially if you game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
But I think of you sometime. Want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
And on the seventh day there was rest and there was play. The Seventh Day Adventist School in Chalan Kiya serves students from preschool through the 8th grade. Late last week, the ribbon is cut for their long-awaited new playground.
Today is a joyful occasion as we worship together in chapel and celebrate the ribbon cutting ceremony for our brand new playground. Now, kids, make some noise if you're excited to play on the new playground!
Student President Enoch Song.
First, I want to say that it was kind of sad to see our old playground go because we had a lot of fun, but over time, things change, and I believe that this change was for the better. And it held so many fun memories that I believe that the playground will make new memories for the future generations to come.
Guest speaker, Lawrence Camacho.
It's just like life, you know. Everything in life has an expiration and an evolution to the better thing, right? We continuously become better. So that really is an evolution of what used to be played at as a playground for the kids that went through here. But the spirits of those kids who played in that other playground, the older playground that's been replaced with this, now transfers to the new kids that are going to be playing and thriving in it. And so that beautiful thing, I think, will continue to exist here. And if kids now, the students are now out there playing, when kids play, they're happy. When kids are happy, they learn better.
Losing the old one is kind of sad because I had a lot of fun with my friends and some left the school, but I'm glad that we can have a new one because we can make new memories.
Here for work, back from vacay, a man that's rooted to the islands is welcome to Saipan. Friendly faces from different places trickle in at Saipan International Airport, all from the same double doors leading to the blue skies right outside. Returning resident Roland Velasco is in from the land of the rising sun. He was there on vacation for 5 days.
No, it was actually my first time. First time traveling to Japan, first time traveling by myself, so it was quite an experience for me.
The Marianas might be too hot for it, but in Japan, commuting by foot is the norm.
It was cool, a lot of walking. There was a day where I walked 40,000 steps. I did not expect that at all. I knew I was going to be walking a lot, but I thought it would be 10, 15K. I didn't expect 40,000.
During this solo trip, he says he spent most of his time in Tokyo and wants to explore Osaka next time. We asked by himself again or with a group of friends.
Actually, no, I've never tried traveling with people before, just because I'm still new to the island. I don't really know much people here yet.
Velasco says it's only been 3 months since he's moved to the CNMI from Washington State.
I work at the hospital as a respiratory therapist. One of my coworkers used to work here, and she told me about Saipan. She was a traveler respiratory therapist.
Many people move to the Marianas for work opportunity, but not all can say they are rooted here.
I've been pretty much enjoying my time here. It's a cool little island, you know. And I was born in Guam, but never got to see it because I was raised in the Philippines. So it's kind of cool that I came back here after 20, 30 years, and I get to see where I came from, so where I was born.
Returning residents and visitors alike, welcome back, welcome home, welcome to Saipan.
We continue our series from French Polynesia. Tonight, we head deep into the Leeward Islands on a sail through the South Pacific. Chris Nelson has more.
When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way.
We're sailing in the Leeward Islands, Raiatea, Bora Bora, Huahine, and Taha. 4 islands, countless memories, and 1 boat to carry us through. The journey begins in Raiatea, the sacred island, and spreads across this turquoise playground of the Pacific.
It's absolutely gorgeous here on all of these Tahitian islands. The flora and fauna are beautiful. The watercolors are gorgeous. The fish in the ocean are diverse.
Uahine is considered the cradle of Polynesian culture and was once the home of Tahitian royalty. It has the largest concentration of ancient temples in French Polynesia.
As my good friend Len Gregory would say, it's very chill.
Len and Dave take turns at the helm. Despite their chill nature, there's a lot going on under the hood and plenty to ponder.
You really, at all times, need to know where you are so you can anticipate the problems before you have them.
Well, it's always nice if you have charts, but when you don't, watercolor is the primary indicator of depth.
First mate Ron Nelson is a captain himself, but his expertise is best felt thousands of feet above sea level.
It's all in what you like. I suspect that the way I feel in my head when I'm flying at 36,000 feet is the way Len and David feel when they're sailing along at 2 knots, bouncing up and down in the water, but not hearing anything. I mean, the silence is pretty golden.
On Uahine, we anchor the boat. The portion of an anchor that digs securely into the bottom is called the fluke. It's also the word for any occasion when this occurs on the first try. We take the launch into the nearby shores, and then it's time to think about land transportation. We walk into a scooter shop, which has a nice fleet of bikes.
Oh, the only thing, sir, is I only take cash if it's okay for you. Yes.
Under sail in the South Pacific, our sailors will soon head to land and trade in sails for scooters. I'm also told we have a heavy dose of shark encounters coming up. Ooh la la.
And coming up in sports, teams from Guam and Saipan take on rough waters in Japan. Stay tuned. Konnichiwa. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got his eyes that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! Winds and rough seas push back Va'a races in Japan. The Marianas teams discover why safety measures were taken shortly after putting their paddles in the water. On Sunday, September 13, the Marianas Outrigger Canoe Club MOC represented the Sinamai in Enoshima, Japan in the inaugural Va'a Japan Championships. MOC paddled alongside teams from Japan, Hong Kong, and Guam. The original race was shifted the night before when winds picked up. The teams learned that race times, distance, and course all changed. Va'a Japan race director Kenny Kaneko says safety is the main concern for everyone.
We were planning on having a 20K one-way distance race, the women going over and the men coming back. But because of the conditions we have today, we are most likely going to do a big triangle and a couple laps of that.
First race of the day started at 12 p.m. 6 women's crew in V6 canoes and 3 men's crew racing in OC6 canoes launched out into Japan's open ocean. MLC women came in 5th in their division after paddling in the grueling seas, completing the course around the correct race buoys and without collision to other canoes. With every wave, swells brought canoes up, gaining airtime before descending back into the waters. In some instances, waves would pour into the hull of the canoe, pooling water at paddlers' feet, adding weight to the boat. Collectively, the ladies say it was a humbling experience. Representing Guam, Manaran Galaiti team captain Aiden Artero says his team was out of their comfort zones.
Usually when you're paddling on Guam, it's mostly flat, and then when it does get that big, you can't even make it over the reef. So I was very excited when I heard that the conditions were going to be like that, because I just want, of course, when you're building a team, you want to keep experiencing new things.
Artero says they came back in without finishing the race after the canoe hulied, or flipped.
Every time we tried to bail out and make good progress, another wave would swamp us, and it was just tough. So like the boat was like underwater at one point, so we flipped it again to try again, and it just didn't work. The race support crew had to come and assist us, and then we took the ride back. So yeah.
But everybody's safe.
Yes, everybody's safe.
At 2 p.m., 7 men's crew launched in V6 canoes. Although it was said that the winds would die down and the waters would be calmer later in the day, the seas remained choppy. MLC stroker, or seat 1, Jose Kwan says even if they didn't flip, their canoe took on too much water.
We had a really good start. We were keeping up with the pack, but then every single swell that we would hit, we would always take on water, and so we were doing our best to bail as much water as we could, but all it took was just one big wave and the boat went completely underwater, and that was pretty much it. The whole hull was submerged, and the chase boat came. We did our best to keep up, but then we had to get some assistance, bail the boat out, and then we were able to paddle all the way back. So yeah, fun times.
Kwan says the opportunity to paddle in Japan was all thanks to local sponsors that supported the team.
It's always nice to come to a new place like Japan and kind of see the Va'a community and see how they show up and how they compete. That's kind of the main reason why we wanted to come here, so we can kind of go to a different place and kind of see where we compare against the other clubs, And so obviously these guys are way more comfortable paddling in rough waters, so we at least know where we want to shoot for the next time we come out here.
In the Marianas, seas can be rough outside the reef, but Japan's waters were a new challenge. It was one that the teams took head-on and came back with a hunger to level up their skill sets. MLC President Tim Asaivao.
It wasn't our day today, but all that sets up is it's a setback for a comeback, right? Yeah. We'll see how it's racing.
Hey!
Yeah. Here we go.
1, 2, 3,
MLC!
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. According to the National Weather Service, there will be a 40% chance of scattered showers this evening, with only mild winds and low temperatures of around 78 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, forecasts a 30% chance of scattered showers with high temperatures of around 87 degrees and lows of around 78. The sun has set at 6:13 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow at 6:06 a.m. Not too early for the kids at any school on this island to look to their favorite playground to merrily make some magical memories. And I will see you on the swings or in the sand.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We will see you again with more news on Wednesday.